Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Duskers. So, last episode, a major patch went live, the 0.27 Game of Drones patch. That's still the current patch, so we just continue where we left off. So our plan was to eventually get to this trading outpost thing over there, but I had a plan to take a slight detour. So we jumped here. And then depending on if we find fuel or not, we'll either go here and then straight over there, or we go over here and then over there, or we maybe even do both of them. But for now, we're going into this one. This is a class private sea. We have no clue what kind of infestation is here. That's an interesting new detail. And it's relatively stable, but then again, I've experienced stable so far. I was not amused. Stable doesn't always mean stable. Let's see, we got a transporter equipped, but we don't have another one. So let's equip the remote power. And that was it. For the rest, our drones are stable. So let's have a look. Yes, we have our resistance shield on this one with a speed boost and an interface. We have a generator with a slightly defective or slightly wearing out motion sensor, but we don't have the spare scrap to repair this, so we'll just have to wing it. It's 15% chance that it'll break, so there's an 85% chance it will stay whole. That's good enough for me. Besides that, we have Twiki with a tow, a motion sensor and a gatherer, and Corey is a bit useless with only having the trap, but I don't think we ever get the fourth drone out unless there's a major issue. In that case, well, the trap might be useful. So, this is good. Let's see how this goes. Scanning, inconclusive. Medium hull integrity, we have no clue what kind of infestation's here. Exploration, and the logs are corrupted, so let's see. Let's get creative. Let's get creative. So we have a scanner log here. There's a door open, so we have no clue what's here. So let's do a remote art. We can actually remote power this. Wait, come on, not processed. We have remote power, interesting. That's not a power room, that's why. Okay. So, this is getting creative. We have no clue where the power is, so we can't actually power anything. That's a first. I think always the room we get into is powered. Maybe it's powered, but we haven't scouted it yet. So let's enable the shield. Go in. Close the door, we find power, and we do some scouting. Let's see, there's fuel here, that's positive, there's an interface here, that's even more positive. There's D11, what's in D11? There's some scrap here, there's some doors here, there's another airlock, another door, there's a turret here. There's a small wall here that we can't get through further. Okay, so actually we can provide remote power. We got access to 2 extra rooms, and the room we already knew was there. We now know how it's connected. This is a very small derelict. On the other hand, we can do an interface with this, and we can turn on the defenses. That's about it. Let's see. That's only one room. Okay, so let's see. Twiki is our gatherer. So let's send Twiki out. We gather all. Let's see how much fuel we get. 0 propulsion, 0 joule jump fuel. Okay, that's too bad. Gather all. Let's see. 1 piece, 2 pieces.
'Status, how much was it in total?
That wasn't it. That was a command, I think, to show what's the progress. Oh wow, this is fancy. Or was it just simply info? So let's see info. That's a ship defense. That's the only thing we know about. And for the rest, we are as blind as we can be. Okay, let's do some investigation. Yes, so what we can do is we can do the interface. We can activate the defenses because, well, we've already picked up all the scrap we could find. So there's no more point to actually go back in. Let's open up door 10 and see if something walks through. Easy peasy. And if not, chances are nothing scary is in there. Okay. Chances are room 5 is clear. That's good. Now let's open up door 8. Might as well check the other room, right? Or would it be that we don't know what kind of infestation there is because there is no infestation? Okay, for now I'm drawing the conclusion that those two rooms are clear. Let's do some scouting. So we keep the defenses active. We can send Twiki back to our base and we close the door. And we just go scouting a bit with Mouse. So. Mighty Mouse, here to save the day. This is pretty much clear in my book. There's a gun over there, so let's actually not go there. Let's close that door. Actually, we open it, because then if we need to run, we can run and it goes behind us rather than needing to. Okay, D7, yes, then open up door 10. So this way, purple drone might explore there. Might get killed. So that's a good opportunity to interface again. Gotcha! Door 10, door 6. Okay, let's shut down the defenses, deactivate it. Good. And probably the rack is in the door and that's why it can't close. That's an interesting detail as well. So, open up the door. And indeed. And the upside is, they drop scrap now. Sweet. So, we can send Twiki after that later. Let's finish our exploration. Okay, that's... Ooh. Vent. Door 9. Let's have a look what's behind door number 9. Oh, that's not good. This is not good. Upside, not getting attacked. It will fix itself. Okay, that's fixed Twiki. So we close this one. Then if there's something scary that comes from the vents, at least it's not gonna kill us. And then we open up the door 1 and then we navigate Twiki, that's number 3, to room 4. Do we have a signal again? No, we don't really. Okay. Yay! Ah, sweet. There's actual scrap here. Good. So let's see. We close the door and we dock on A2. Then we can do a gather all for Twiki. And then we send Twiki to the door on the right. Open up door 8, navigate Twiki to room, that's room 3. Yep. Open up the door, navigate 1 to room 1. You Twiki, you gather all. And we navigate, actually why not navigate, we just drive ourselves. This was very quick and painless. Exit. Fastest run so far. Just 10 minutes. Let's see, we got 4 bits of scrap. So, let's see. We got fuel for 2 more jumps. Let's see, this is a barge, this is a private ship. Let's see, this is a Class C. Class C are small. Class A is pretty large, I think. And B is slightly smaller. So, let's actually just go over here and have a look. We got up some. Yeah, let's just go. Okay. So, mouse, let's see. Shields on. Open the door. Close the door. Scout about. Let's see, we have something, a module here, we have a door, we have a gun. We have another door, we have something that's a bit of an obstacle. Okay, so there's a lot of things in here. Do we have... We haven't encountered remote power yet. That's probably in the initial room though. Okay, also, what's the module that we're seeing here? Let's see, let's ask question before. This is a transporter module. And there's a bit of scrap. Okay, well, we can set it yes. Okay, we found power, that's good, so we can just remote power room 4. And let's see, let's get us some extra. Refills this room and a door over there, that's good. Let's keep scouting, some more scrap here. And a door. Okay, so we get 2 key. Open up door 1, navigate 2 key to room 4. And we get her all. Okay, we navigate 2 key then to room 5 and we repeat the same trick while we interface, which will automatically trigger for mouse because that's our interface. And all we have is defenses. Ship scan is a pretty rare interface thing. Okay, get her all. Yep, now we tow it. And now we navigate 2 key back home. And then afterwards we just have to remember to untow it before we send Twiki out again. Okie dokie. Okay, and we stop the towing. Okay, so what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We have, let's see, we need to pass through room 5 if we want to get to other rooms. But if we, let's see, we close the door to the hangar, we close door 34, we enable the defenses, so room 5 is now hot, we don't want to go there ourselves, but we can say let's open up door 20. Whatever was in room 6, it will come out and get shut. Give it a little bit of time. So far, so good. Let's close it and investigate. We should go to the house. D20. Airlock. D19. Okay, so let's see. We can close the door once again behind us. There's another really small room over here, so let's open up D32. That's also nice and quiet. D31 leads to an unknown room, presumably a single room that connects here. Probably not the same as that one. You never know. Okay, seems like nothing there. Let's repeat the same trick for D30. I'm assuming there's one single room behind here, so if we open up D16, then we can also get there through D19 without getting shot by the gun. D30 seems safe. Open up D16. And then while we go out explore here, we open up D32 and just D33 and just see what happens. So Something got killed. Single enemy. Okay, good. That's 5. Okay. So that door is now closed. Okay. So let's have a look. It's blocking. Yeah, because the wreck is in here. Okay, now we know. D16, let's just keep it. So, open D16. Keep it open. Interesting glitchy state. I told it to close, it couldn't quite, but when I tell it to open, it's also still trying to close before doing that. Interesting bug. Okay, D18 we can't touch, everything else we've already done, so let's see, D17, we navigate back to room 4, we interface. And we deactivate the defenses. Then we can go and explore a bit. Also, we open up D34, A1, we send Twiki to 5 to collect scrap. Well, on the other hand, we go to through here. Okay, gather all. Twiki will go. Okay, D30, let's have a look. Power, interface. Door. I think Twiki's a bit confused about all of this. Together, okay. So what if we close up and we dock on A2? Then we put Twiki back. Let's see, we can navigate number 2 to what's the room with the power? Room 9. So that's the power, that's going to be unlocking, so let's interface once we are connected. Let's generator first before we try to connect. Okay. Defense. Okay, the defenses are for the entire ship and they are powered. That's good. But the interface here is not doing that. Let's see. Let's do motion sensor. This way, at least we know what's happening. We can't quite scan up there. But we know about this one, so we can do some scoutabouts. This is another defensive turret. Wow, that's 2 close together. We could use that. I think I already opened up these 32. Anyway, just close the door, so... Oh, this one is wide open though. Close that one, we dock on A7, then we can close the doors that lead there. Okay, this way at least our drones are locked in, and if something starts wandering, they can't get to the drones, which is good. So we can open up D10. Another power, wow. There's a lot of remote, a lot of power sockets here. Let's see, close up D34, D20, D16 we can't because there's a wreck in there. Let's keep D10 open because that leads to the way back. So what if we, let's see, room 2. So we say stop providing remote power to room 4 and we power room 2. Let's see if we close D10, we open up D22. At least we know if there was something scary in here, it's gonna get drawn in here. We close it, we interface it, we blow it up. So far so good. Which means we can go through door 26. This is probably safe. Module, interesting. module. It's an empty module slot. Okay. That's good. Oh, we've explored most of the ship already. So we have that one door open. Let's see, Tweaky, where did we leave you? Because you've got a motion sensor. If we put Tweaky in here, then we can at least have a look if some of the rooms are scannable or not. Let's see, so D19, D18, D21, A7, navigate Tweaky to room 11. And then we can start scanning. And some transporter signals are misbehaving, but yeah. So motion for Tweaky. Okay, there's 2 clean rooms, that's good. So let's close D21 again, because we will be exploring. That's the D24. Looks like it's clear. More power, fuel. That's some transporter signals, sure. Don't particularly care. So every time I hear that beeping, I get half of a heart attack. Okay, is there power here? There's no power here, so we can't use the interface. That's interesting. There's remote, there's power there. So we can say, let's do a remote R2. Stop powering that one. We then do a remote on R12. Which means we can interface for number 1. And that can just toggle the fences. Okay, sure, fine, we can live with that. This room still needs scouting. And even though Tweaky is censoring here, we can't actually see anything. But if we close the door, we open up the other door. Is there, let's see, we only have 2 doors right there. That one and that one. Can we set up a maze of traps? Yeah, we can lead things around. Oh, okay. So let's open up door 8. See if there is something in room 7 that will wander over. Also, I realized that most of these rooms actually have an airlock, so potentially we could put a room in a drone in our ship, turn on a motion sensor, and just visit all the airlocks. That way, you sense them all for free. Okay, if there was anything in here, it should have wandered over. So I'm declaring that room to be clear. Next one, D11, same trick. Nothing's happening. Okay. I'm reasonably confident. But no scary stuff being here. Okay, this is not actually the room I was thinking of that I was. Okay, there's a vent here. That's potentially troublesome. Also an interface. It's only defenses. Okay. Fine. 11. 8. Okay. So we have some fuel we want to pick up. We have some scrap we want to pick up. That's it, I believe. Let's see, close that one, close that one. So if we close door 12, we can open up door, let's see, 14. That reveals what's in here. If there's something scary. So is there a gun in here? No, there's no gun in here. There's a gun in there. The 14. Okay, so room 15 looks clear. Let's repeat the same trick with the other room. Oh, actually, close that one. Better to just open the door here, right? That's just a transporter signal. This one has a sensor and this is a gun. That's a perfect combo. Same for this actually. But it looks like Both of the unexplored rooms are free of enemies. So, our brave mouse, that's funny, brave mouse, goes out to explore. Ah! Crap. No. No, let's not do that. Let's get out, navigate 3 to room 7, get mouse out. Okay, and that's the macro. There's a door closed. No, mouse, Twiki, go. This is not how I wanted this to end. Okay. Okay, so these guys, they sit still, so motion sensors don't pick them up. Dang it. Thing is, we know mouse is disabled. Let's see, we have to fix our remote power. Close some doors. There's an interface here. There's power there, so let's dock on A3. There's a vent there. That's slightly less cool, but okay. Wait, mouse is the only one with an interface. That's annoying. So we need to remote power. Turn it off in 12. And do close all. That's good. So at least we have the enemy contained. With a bit of luck, they won't wander back. Let's see, we can disable the remote power to room 9 again. Do a remote on R2. We close it all again. Okay. Okay, we can do more remote power on room 4. Close it all. Yep. D16 is blocked, yeah, we knew that. Actually, we can dock. Okay, we need one drone to go here and tow mouse out. That's probably we want to dock on A5. Twiki is going to rescue mouse. That's how it has to be. Risky, but I believe I saw the enemy move out. So let's see, D22. We need to power it, that makes sense. So let's see, that's R12 up there. Oh, wait, what are we powering? R2, right? That's what's powered. No. Ah, hey, this is actually pretty cool. But you can just type remote to see what is powered. So R9.